Hello students, again welcome back to the 8th session of 6th semester elective paper Renewable Energy Source. In the 7th session, the chapter Solar Collector, we are discussing what is the principle of conversion of solar energy into heat. Through some instruments and through some materials, we are converting solar energy to heat energy or electrical energy. Now we will see in the 8th session classification of solar collector. How many types of solar collectors are there and what are the uses of that solar collectors, in which material solar collectors are made, and how to extract solar energy into the heat energy by using the solar collectors with the different types of solar collectors. Here the classification of solar collectors, there are two types of solar collectors is there. One is non-concentrating and second one is concentrating. First we will see non-concentrating collectors, and later on we will see the difference between non-concentrating and concentrating collectors. In this type, non-concentrating collector, the collectors are, that means the collector area in the same as the observer area. Second thing, whole solar panel absorbs light. And next, third point, solar collectors are generally used for low and medium temperature. Solar water heating is the perfect example of non-concentrating, and common collectors used for solar heaters are usually common collectors are used for solar heaters. So this is again classified into flat plate collector and evacuated tube collector. In this slide you can see that one as solar collectors, how it is classified. Easily you can understand by seeing this slide. Already I told non-concentrating collector, concentrating collector. Again, non-concentrating collector is classified as flat collector, flat plate collector and evacuated tube collector. Again, evacuated tube collector is divided into two types: direct flow evacuated tube collector and heat pipe evacuated tube collector. Next, coming to the concentrating collectors, how it is classified means CPC. Second one is parabolic dish. Third one is parabolic trough, and next one is solar tower. Next, again the parabolic trough is classified into SAF and molten state and then DSG. So this arrow mark, what is this CPC means? CPC here in the slide you can see that one concentrating collector is classified as CPC. CPC means compound parabolic concentrator. Again you can see that one as HTF is there. Through parabolic trough it can be converted into again three types by the HTF. HTF means heat transferred fluid. Heat transferred fluid can be converted parabolic trough as SAF, molten state and DSG. What is this SAF means? Synthetic aromatic fluid, and DSG means direct steam generating or direct steam generation. So this is how the solar collector is classified. Only we should have to, according to your syllabus, you have to concentrate on non-concentrating. In that non-concentrating, you should have to study flat plate collector and evacuated tube collector. So there is non-concentrating collectors. It is classified into two types: flat plate collector and evacuated tube collector. Again, it can be classified as direct flow evacuated tube collector and heat pipe evacuated tube collector. This you should have to know that one. But according to syllabus, only you have to concentrate on flat plate collector. You should have to study only the flat plate collector. So, once again, I will show you that classification of solar collectors can be classified into two general categories, that is concentrating and non-concentrating. In the non-concentrating type, that collector area, that means the area that intercept the solar radiation, is same as the absorber area. That means the area that absorbs by the radiation. So here, a solar collector, what do you mean by the solar collector? Solar collector, it is a device that collects and concentrates the solar radiation from the sun. These devices are primarily used for active solar heating and allow for heating of water. These collectors are generally mounted on the roof and must be very sturdy as they are exposed to variety of different weather conditions. So these solar collectors, usually it is placed on the roof of the building. It can be easily catch the or receive the sun radiation. The use of these solar collectors provides an alternative for traditional domestic water heating using a water heater. That means the solar collectors provides an alternative for traditional domestic water heating using a water heater and potentially reducing energy cost over a time, as well as the domestic settings. A large number of these collectors can be combined in an array. Array means kept side by side and used to generate electricity in the solar thermal power plant. So there is some ways are there. Solar collectors should be arranged to receive a maximum sun radiation. To keep it in mind all those things in how we are going to design, based on that the radiation is absorbed on the solar collectors. That means how much the maximum solar radiation should be collected by the solar collectors. How to design that one, based on that the solar collector should be designed. So as you know that one, for the domestic settings, a large number of these collectors can be combined in an array and used to generate electricity in solar thermal plant. There are many different types of solar collectors are there, but all of them are constructed with the same basic premises in mind. So whatever the solar collectors are there, but all the solar collectors is designed and constructed on the same basic concepts. So in general, there is some material that is used to collect and focus energy from the sun and use it as water heater or use it to heat the water. The simplest of these devices use a black material surrounding the pipe that water flows through. Already I told you that A dark color absorbs more heat. So therefore, these devices use a black material surrounding pipe that water flows through to get the warm water or heat water. The black material absorbs the solar radiation very well, and as the material heats up, the water it surrounds is also heated up fastly. This is a very simple design, but collector can get very complex. Absorber plates can be used if a high temperature increases. It is not necessary, but generally devices that use reflective material to focus sunlight result in greater temperature increase. So this is how the solar collectors is we are used to convert into some other energies, heat or electricity. Now in this session we are studied that classification of solar collectors. So the classification is two types, non-concentrating and concentrating. According to your syllabus, only we are focusing on non-concentrating type. In that, again, non-concentrating type, there are two classification is there. One is flat plate collector, another